Coffee and Darts, one of our live shows. We have a new live show that we're trying to put together this week, which I'm not going to totally let out of the cat. I'm totally let the out of the cat bag. I let the cat out of the bag just yet on that, but it's something that I've been thinking about for quite a long time of doing, and have put the pieces together. And so I have another kind of live show. Well, it's actually going to be recorded. It'll be recorded live. It's going to be recorded because there's going to be some editing that needs to be done with it. So, but it is going to be a weekly show, and of course you can comment in on the show, and we'll talk about it when we do Coffee and Darts. And of course, this morning is Coffee and Darts, and I've got my coffee sitting right here. Just saying, Dylan may join us. I don't know. I asked him this morning if he wanted to go ahead and play, and he said yes, but that he was busy. Let's see, where else? Darts with Dylan this weekend. He was too busy. He informed me that his schedule was too full, and that Darts with Dylan just wasn't going to happen this weekend, which we had to talk about. But in reality, he did get to go hang out with his auntie and uncle and cousins yesterday. It was our wedding anniversary for my beautiful wife. She's put up with my crazy butt for 12 years. And so congratulations to her, or to me, for her putting up with me for 12 years, I should say. Congratulations to her for just getting me. Okay, maybe not. But anyway, so they got to spend some time with family on that. And as we get into darts, it brings up a conversation that is going on in my head. And I also want to talk a little bit today about darts and American or U.S. players in Europe, and been having a number of conversations with people as to why we don't do well over in Europe. And I think it has somewhat to do with soft tip and cricket and how we play the game here versus how they play the game there. So, all right, let's get into throwing some darts. So, first thing on the whole, like, my kids going over and seeing relatives, the thing that got me with that was I almost felt like I needed to come on here and have an explanation. I was talking with my wife about it, and I was like, I felt like I needed to explain that it was okay for my children to see their relatives who they've seen since they were born, and the truth is I really don't need to have an explanation. I don't need to be like, oh, this is how long we've been quarantined, this is how long they've been quarantined, no one's been sick. I don't need to explain that, because it's America. And I know I don't really want to get into politics in this channel or in these live darting bits, but it irked me. It irked me quite a bit to think that I felt that way. And that's part of what I think the problem is that we're dealing with, is there's so much pressure on us to be a certain way, to say the right things because we don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to scare anybody off. My wife got into a conversation with someone, and now it's gone a particular direction, and she's like, well, I want to respond because I don't want to feel like that person got the last word or won in the conversation or debate, but I'm done with this. Like, I know that she's never ever going to listen to what I have to say, no matter what the reasoning is or no matter what is put before her. She'll never listen. I mean, she literally could be on fire and you can tell her she's on fire and she's like, no, I'm not. I mean, that's where we're at in America today. And that just got me thinking, like, where have we gone? What have we become? What has this all? I just don't get it. I don't understand. And thankfully, we have darts, and darts brings the world together. It doesn't matter where you live, what you believe. If you're playing darts, you can play darts with others. There doesn't have to be anything between anybody to get a game of darts going, which is awesome, and that's what I think we need to do. I think the UN and I think Congress, I think the Senate, I think the president, they all just need to play darts. Just play darts. It'll be fine. But that's me not paying attention. Bad throw. Just this idea of fear that is coming upon everybody, just afraid to go do anything or say something or be like, hey, we hung out with our friends at the park. We had our neighbors who've been quarantining all this time. We had a barbecue with them. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Is anybody? Now, I'm maybe older than some people, and there's certainly people older than me. I'm in that mid-range. But I have had family members, as well as really good friends, that lived through this time and era called the Great Depression, as well as this other time and era called World War II. These are historical at times, and I think there are some people that really need to go back and look at these and understand what those time frames were about, what happened during that era of the world. And I know I want to get into darts, but this is just something that was really heavy on my heart. And I look back at that time, and I love history and history books and understanding our past. And we had a pandemic. We had a disease at one time. And it was called Nazism. It was the Reich. It was the methodology of one type of person being better than another type of person, and a persecution of one type of people, the Jews, predominantly. But that wasn't just it. It wasn't just, there were other people that were severely persecuted by that methodology and thought process, mainly the German people, but there were others that had that same thought process and desire. Japan's issues were partially because of themselves being an island and resources. That was a big part of it. Plus, at the time, they too thought that they should rule the world. Their goal was to wipe out Germany at the same time. They wanted complete control of the world, just like Germany did. And I don't know that Germany wanted control of the world outside of, they just wanted control of Europe and to be able to do whatever they wanted and to destroy the Jewish people, which we can get into a lot of historical debates on that, how that all came about. Oh, man. But the reality of the situation is we had a pandemic. We had a virus we needed to eliminate, and we did. We vaccinated that, since people are into vaccines. At least I thought we did. Apparently it morphed. It changed. And it is what we see today, happening here in America, happening all over the world. Fear. The controlling of people through fear. And I think, and I want to get off my soapbox here, I just felt like I really needed to express this idea that we shouldn't be afraid to be who we are and to be able to do things. And yes, I understand this. I understand that there is a potential for this thing to be really bad. I haven't seen it, and I live in a very, an area that's congested. There are tons of people here, and we just didn't have any of these issues. Now, whether or not staying home flattened the curve, maybe it did. I mean, there's no proof. We won't have proof for years as to what any of this was. But the proof that I do have is that everybody's living in fear. That's proof. That's there. You can see it today. And I think that's the saddest fact. There's also, we could also get into the fact of, I just want to bring this up because it's something heavy on my heart, and I know this is typically what Coffee and Darts is about. We're going to get into talk about U.S. players and soft tip and all that other stuff here in a second. But people die. It's part of life. You're born, you live, you die. I'm not saying that would it be okay to just let something run wild that we know that could hurt or harm people in a particular segment of society, particularly older folks that don't have the capacity to deal with something? No. But the thing that we're not talking about and not remembering is, what about those children, those women, those men that are now trapped with their abuser for months, day in and day out? How has that affected them for life? Something that's not being talked about is the suicide rate that has gone through the absolute roof since this thing happened. There's a lot of stuff that's not being talked about that is being affected by what we're doing that needs to be talked about. But one way to solve all that is to get everybody playing darts, man. That's my segment into darts. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. It was just something that was heavy on my heart, and I just thought I would share it here. I don't want to get into major political debates. I don't blame any one person in any way, shape, or form. None of these decisions were ever made by one person. One person doesn't have the power in America to do that. I think it's a combined effort of all of us and how we act and how we do our days. So let's talk about darts now. Sorry about that little soapbox rant. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. All right, let's talk about U.S. players and Europe and soft tip, steel tip, and had some interesting conversations lately with folks as to why we don't do so well. Like, why isn't there an American that's dominating? You know, it doesn't have to be dominating, but at least in the top 10. I mean, we got millions of people. I think we could produce one, right? And is it because darts isn't seen as, son of a gun, Matt, a sport here in America? It's seen more as a recreational type thing you do in your garage with your friends, or you know, you might go to the bar. There's not the push for the leagues like we see today. Who is that? Are you coming to grace our presence? Is that the idea? Are you coming to grace our presence? You don't know what that means? Are you coming to hang out with us? Do you want to play darts this morning? Oh, I gotta change up the cameras then if that's what we're doing. Can you say hi to everybody? Hi. We might switch to soft tip then, because Mr. Dylan's going to join us, but we'll talk about the state of darts, and Dylan, I'm sure, has some idea as to what and how darts should be done and why Americans aren't doing so well in darts. And your mama still hasn't figured out when we go live not to run the water thing, but that's okay. Bear with us, it's going to get a little shaky, but we're going to change up the cameras then. Is that good? Okay. We get one more throw in. We'll change up the cameras and we'll do some soft tip. And Dada just got off his soapbox. What's a soapbox? I knew that question was coming. Ah, Matt.
Is that like a box that has soap in it?
No, it was a box that Dada was standing on, because guys used to go out in the middle of the streets and they would set down boxes. And the boxes, they call them soap boxes. They carried the soap. And they would sit like a couple down. They would stand on them so they're taller than everybody, and then they would rant and rave. They would give their rants. They would talk about stuff that's on their heart and try and get people to do things. And sometimes they would sell stuff, snake oils, and they would sell lies to people. And sometimes they told the truth. And a lot of, back in the day, preachers would get up on a soapbox and they would preach to a crowd and invite them to church. And so Dada was on his soapbox talking about the fear that the world is in right now.
Alright.
But Dad's off his soapbox, and we're going to talk about darts now. So, had to explain that. You guys get to live life with us, huh? All right, so let me switch this up here. We're gonna do this.
I want to know
Camera
where your
first.
soapbox is.
You don't know what a soapbox is?
No, I want to know
Yeah, that
where your soapbox
You want to know where my soapbox is?
I want to know
Oh.
where it is.
I don't know that it was anywhere in particular. I think it was just Dad talking. We'll do some research on what a soapbox is. How's that? Dad's gonna add a camera in here. So I'm gonna adjust this one up. We're gonna come in here and we're going to add this camera.
Can we
Blink.
half of my dartboard?
Done. Cool. So we got that all together. I think we can work with this camera. Here, let me stand here real quick. We can work with the camera that's there, so we're good to go. Give me 5. Let's get into some darts. I'm trying to watch it there and do it. All right. What are we playing?
I think I can play some 5-on-1.
We'll play some 501. Okay. You want to put the game? Back to the grand board. How was your weekend, buddy?
Good.
What'd you do? Did you go anywhere? Where'd you go yesterday?
The car wash.
We car wash? We went to the car wash. But where else did you go? Did you hang out with some people that you knew? Whose house did you go to yesterday?
I think that was 2 days.
Well, that was yesterday.
Oh. I don't remember.
You don't remember going to Auntie and Uncle Josh's?
Oh.
Yeah, and playing?
And then the day before that, maybe the day before that Andrew and
No, that was 2 days ago. See, the interesting thing is, no fear from him to tell you where he went and what he's been up to. Why can't we all be 6-year-olds again, right?
My knee hurts as well.
Your knee hurts. That's why you threw so bad? Oh, man. Everybody's expecting you to beat me, so you guys should show us how it happens. All right, so let's talk about darts, baby. Let's talk about U.S. players and Europe, and mainly the PDC, even the BDO. We've never done well in the BDO, but PDC. I think part of it is.
And how about you try to make?
Part of it is certainly the fact that we don't take this sport as serious a sport as they do over in Europe.
And I know I do when you're talking while I'm throwing darts.
So that's part of it. And I think if we did, like, you look back at soccer. Soccer was so huge all over the world. We just didn't take it really serious until all of a sudden we did. And look at how much it blew up. I think, to be honest, to be blunt and honest with this, I think it has to do with money. It has to do with sponsorship and where can people make money in the sport, as far as, where can Nike make some money in this? Which I think a shoe sponsor would be awesome. Love to see that happen. I just think it'd be cool.
What are you saying?
What am I saying?
I don't really understand anything.
You don't understand what I'm talking about? Seriously?
Yeah, all around the world I've been open that.
I know, that's horrible. 11? I think that of course would change things. The idea of it being a real sport and having money in the pot where advertisers can make cash, so it's eyeballs.
Eyeballs?
It's eyeballs.
No eyeballs.
It's people watching. If you have enough people watching something, people will throw money at it because people are watching. Don't step on the power cord right there. It's going to be a shocking experience for you.
Not thick enough.
I think one of the other big things and reasons we don't do so well is we play a lot of soft tip, and if you look at the boards and the segments, you should notice that the segments on a soft tip board are much larger. You have something loose, buddy. Are much larger than on a steel tip board. And I think that plays a part of it. You want to get 110?
I'll use that to get tied.
Okay.
I know I can't tie.
The other thing I think that plays into it is we play a lot of cricket. I
don't play any cricket, but yeah, you do.
You don't. But cricket in general in the U.S. is played heavily. And we don't do the math so well. I know I don't. This kid can do the math, but I don't do the math so well. I have to think about some of my next shots too often. And I think that is another reason we don't do as well. The other thing, someone brought out, and I kind of want to go back and look at some matches to see, is the fact that U.S. players, because they play so much soft tip, which is just not a thing over in Europe. I know a lot of people that I've talked to and played and stuff, they don't own a soft tip board. Soft tip is not even considered a form of darts. It is, but it's not in like where they live. Like if they live in one of the smaller villages or areas in Europe, all they have is steel tip. There are no soft tip boards. And because, that's part of it as well. But someone brought up this idea that U.S. players, because they play so much soft tip, when they are playing soft tip, they throw the dart harder or worse, or more importantly, with more conviction. Son of a beeswax.
25.
Yeah, it was horrible. Thank you. And then when we come to steel tip, we kind of lob the dart. We don't throw it with conviction. It could have to do with weights. Adding a gram or two changes a dart incredibly. So, I don't know. Those are just some of the thoughts and conversations I've had lately about why we're not doing as well when it comes to over in Europe, PDC, BDO even. Son of a gun. Oh my gosh.
Daddy?
Yes, bud.
Why does it show on the camera like when we do this? It goes more something on the camera. If we do this, it doesn't really show us on the camera.
Because of where the camera's pointed at. That's that camera up there, it's pointed right this direction. So if we walk too far this way, we're out of the view of the camera. Yeah. You're up, bud.
Should I even between us what I both want?
Yeah. And plus, of course, with soft tip, which we play a lot of, you don't have double outs. I think that's really intimidating, and it's much more. It is more difficult when that's your out compared to not needing it, and that could be another reason for us.
No. Yes! With the double 20.
I can't believe I did bust. Ah! Good throw, kid. You were looking at it.
I say it's 18.
Yeah.
You could well, now you get the 18,
Now I can hit the 18.
but before you couldn't really hit it.
Yay! What's on your agenda for today, Mr. Dillon?
That means what time is it? Or?
No, what are your plans for today? Huh? You have,
I guess as long as like no, since all the places are closed.
yeah, I would love it if you would speak normal because you actually do know how to. Are you gonna get some schoolwork done? Do we have some school today?
I don't want to.
You don't want to, but you're still gonna do it, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh my god. Can we start this game over?
No.
That was horrible. I was trying to do something different and that was just dumb.
Nope.
Yeah. So what else? Are you guys going for a run? Need some exercise in?
Well, double down.
Is that pretty much your day? You guys gonna go on the trampoline today, maybe? Little sprinkler trampoline action? No. Yeah.
No. I can't get that. Oh, yeah, you will probably get that.
Yeah. That's it, huh? Today you're gonna do some school stuff. I think you're going for a run. And that's it, huh? Sounds like a day.
Nope.
Nope. Dad's got a couple meetings today and a project he has to finish. Oh, I gotta finish that project. I almost totally forgot.
Junk food. I'm gonna have screen time.
You're gonna have screen time?
And
You've had some screen time. You have more screen time?
yeah, down to like down to the house one.
No one can understand what you're saying. I can't.
So down to the clubhouse one.
Oh, the down to the clubhouse one? Oh, you guys are gonna watch that?
And we're gonna have some normal screen time.
And you're gonna have some normal screen time? Is that what you said?
That's all I wanted until I remembered.
I guess it's possible to talk through your nose. We have proof.
I'm not talking to my nose.
I know, but you're
I'm talking loud enough.
frustration. No, you're not talking with your mouth. I really need to break you of this habit. I know it's a 6-year-old thing, and every parent tries to break their child of it.
I don't know what that means.
To get you to stop doing it. And I know over time you will just stop doing it.
But everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
I said not.
Not everybody does that. So you're special and unique?
I don't know.
No. Ah.
All
right.
Some questions that I don't know.
Alright, Dylan.
What?
Let's talk some darts, you and me. Who would be your favorite matchup to see? Oh my gosh, I'm playing horrible.
Is that like 2 players?
Yeah, 2 players. Who would you like to see play?
I think I will. I think I might need to think about it.
You need to think about it.
Well, I can't really remember. I know Peter, right? But then I can't really remember the other guy's name.
You don't remember who your favorites are?
Well, yes, I do.
Okay. Just asking.
Well, no, I'm not. My favorite player, it was red and black. Remember? I can't really remember his name. I don't remember. Can you tell me him?
Yeah, are you talking about Ask? ASP?
Yeah.
Okay.
ASP.
ASP, Aspinall.
Okay. Well, here, okay.
That's what I should do. We're going to do that because we're going to list a bunch of players
And I
up
can
on the
tell
screen and you can say who they are.
you.
That'll be fun.
I can do it already.
We'll do a sit down darts with Dylan and you can talk about the different players. We'll let you commentate on them.
And can't you just show me the name of them? You show me and I'll tell you if that's right or wrong.
Ah!
Yes. When you get 2 of them, it looks so hard to get the 3rd one.
I know. I thought I could slide it in there. Where would you love to play darts? What would be some place you would love to play darts? Like if you could pick a place. Like Legoland, would you love to like just set up a dartboard and play darts there?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, did I? Oh.
When?
I don't think that's correct. I wasn't in the double 8. I was in the double 16. Yeah. Let's go back and watch that video, but I think the board just cheated for me. You want to play again?
No.
You're done? You know, let's play one more. Let's play one more. Let's get serious about this one, though, okay? Get serious. Time to get our seriousness on. Oh. There you go. Get serious there, huh?
Delete that video. I don't want that disappointing voice. They had another pool.
Oh, you wanted me to push in that bullseye twice?
No, I didn't want that. So then I could hit the bullseye again, which I probably wouldn't have anyway. But you pressed in the 19.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
You know what I was aiming at?
So I've got to ask the question, you know, and I think I did just a minute ago, but what do you guys think is the reason the U.S. players don't do so well? Huh?
They do.
U.S. players do not do well over in Europe.
Oh.
We don't.
No. They. But what they usually are, they do.
You know where U.S. players do really well? When they play other U.S. players in the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I will say there's the CD.
I thought that was what we were talking about.
Oh. So, I will say there is a push, and this comes from A to Z Darts. Magic darts for A to Z Darts. There is a real push to try and bring the U.S. darts level up by creating a tournament league that really has some on-par stuff, but we need to school up some young talent that can go in there and really do it. Maybe someday, if he doesn't electrocute himself by constantly trying to step on an electric cord, he might be able to be one that would go in there and do it. I don't know. I have hopes, dreams. For him, not for me. Ah, Matt. Not even close. I have no idea where my throat is. My throat's just gone out the poopers lately. All right. I think after my morning meeting to get my project done, I'm just going to throw darts. Then maybe I'll do like a 4-hour live session of me just throwing darts. How's that? We'll do steel tip.
You are gonna play Poke cards with me.
I'm gonna play Poke cards with you.
You didn't really do that. Because I want Brother Jacob to come over.
You want Brother Jacob to come because he knows how to play Poke cards? Yeah, well, good, because I don't know how to. Hey, going. How's your morning-ish afternoon, depending on where you are in the world? So dramatic there, young man. So dramatic. Oh.
That would have hit the dart and it would have crashed that dart. I would have hit the black bullseye too.
Oh, okay. You would have hit the black bullseye?
If I would have like ding, it would hit the other dart and it would hit the black bullseye too. And ding! Stop throwing 100s!
I need to start throwing more. It's killing me that I'm not.
Only from 2, so that's fine. Actually, you shouldn't throw more.
I shouldn't throw more. You don't want me to throw more?
No.
No. Uh-oh.
Oh, seriously. No, you can't get free triple.
I think trouble's about to come out
16. I said free triple. Trouble is out here already.
Normally the 16s are
Already?
here for me, but not today.
Oh, seriously, you can see me hit 16.
Hey, what's up, Trouble? Oh.
What?
Squishy marshmallow.
What? Seriously, no 16?
You know, sandwiches for you and coffee for me on coffee and darts?
Seriously, 17. Maybe I should have waited for the 16.
Yeah. To be honest, they both love this coffee and darts idea and thing.
I want more than
You're not going to come over?
darts and donuts.
Yes, all 3 of us have done it. Brother Jacob did it kind of at one point too. Okay, let's
My
go here.
nickname is Charizard. Pickle.
Stupid 18.
My name is Caitlin Dinosaur Baby. What was marshmallow?
Ah!
Charizard.
Rainbow.
What about rainbow?
What about rainbows?
Daddy?
Yeah.
Maybe about my Pikachu wallet from on Wednesday.
Your Pikachu wallet is coming in Wednesday, and someone else has a princess wallet coming in. It might be coming in today.
Caitlin. Yay! No! I want to give one. Probably not. That's, I don't know something about.
One more game?
No.
You're done? Okay. I'm going to play.
Marshmallow stuffing! You're going to play?
No.
No.
I'm going to do an animal battle against the good old panda. I'm not even going to touch the gorilla because he's.
Last time I said I wanted to do the bunny. And I want to
You want me to do the bunny?
I want to play cricket. I want to play some cricket on mine. Bunny.
Well, you can play on yours. You want me to do the bunny?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to watch it first.
Okay.
And I'm not going to cheat this time.
You're not going to cheat this time?
I don't even know how to backwards out anyways.
Okay. So, he will play cricket here or play against the animal battle?
I'll let the bunny go first.
Okay. Hey, cricket. So he wants me to stand there and just pull the darts out for him because he can't reach them. And he'll like, yeah, I'll play darts if you'll stand there and pull the darts out.
Except you can do some other stuff while I'm throwing or the bunny's throwing. Seriously, buddy. See, the bunny isn't good.
You just think the bunny's cute.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna dominate the poor bunny.
Just level 2. Go! Go! Yay! Wow! There you go. And the bunny's mad at you!
He is mad. Oh! Oh! Bunny's getting serious! Bunny just opened up the 19.
You could have crossed out the 20, buddy! Come on, buddy, we open one up, Daddy!
Oh!
Are you trying to cross out the 19? In which the 19 is crossed
Horrible.
out. The 19 is crossed.
The 19 is crossed out now. He's gonna go for the 18s.
And now you can still go for the 20s.
I can't, but I've got points on him, so I'm just gonna shut out everything else and call it a game. Maybe I am.
So you're gonna have to hit some holidays to get home age.
Why? I have 40 points.
Oh.
He doesn't have anything even open yet.
Yeah, because you're crossing out everything.
I know. He can't get points if he doesn't have anything open.
He's still sad. Let's make him happy. What? Oh, you're just gonna do that at the end of the game. Nobody would know he's happy. He's probably happy that it's turn. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't. You don't want to. Oh, that was that.
Oh my gosh.
There's no
Portable. That was portable. I let those 2 darts go like I have no clue.
And I'll play against the penguin.
You want to play the penguin? You can do that in your room where you have a ladder to get to your darts. Oh my gosh. Normally I'm way better on the 16s. Not today.
What are you doing?
What are you eating now? Huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going
Yummy.
something to eat. I'm definitely going to get something to eat. Something to eat. Why did you want to be in coffee and dots? I mean, dots.
Why do I want Dylan to be in it?
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to do darts with Dylan this weekend, and we didn't get to it because he was too busy. So I wondered if he wanted to join me today. I love having you guys around. Is that okay? Okay.
I was going to go to a hotel by myself for 150,000 days.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
You know I'm just kidding.
I know you're just kidding. You're a kidder.
I know. I'm a jokester.
You're a jokester. You heard it. I got it on tape. She's admitted to being a jokester.
No, I'm joking.
You're joking about being a jokester?
Yeah. But I do joke a lot. I'm a pain in the butt. I heard you say you were a pain in the butt.
Pain in the butt? Yeah, I was a pain in the butt. For my parents, for my mom, for your mom, I'm a pain in the butt.
Wow.
Woohoo! I beat the bunny! Alright, hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. It's getting close to 8 o'clock. I've got an 8:30 meeting, and I've got a project I got to finish up before that meeting. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning on Monday. the whatever today's date is, the 18th. Oh, I had to work on my 18th today. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. 5-second rule. You can still pick it up. I just hit her peach out of her hand. Sorry. So I had to work on my 18s later. Thanks for hanging out with us at Coffee and Dark. It's been fun. Sorry about the little bit of soapbox option or action at the beginning. Stay safe. We'll see you guys soon. Wednesday is the next Coffee and Darts. See you guys then.